All right, we're back. And in the last episode, we learned we started setting up a way that we could sell some items. So what I did off screen is I set up a little shop in the town where we can go in and we're going to be able to sell some items. Eventually, we're going to be able to buy stuff from here as well. So let's try to handle that in this episode. So if you can remember, at the end of the last episode, we made a blueprint called Can Sell. It should be right here in your blueprints. Can sell box. I'm going to put that inside the store so that it covers the entire store. So that when you're in this store, you can sell. Actually, I'll just put it right in front of the counter so it makes more sense. When you walk up to the counter, you can sell. So now you'll be able to sell your items. But we didn't put any code in on how to sell the items. So if you go back to your HUD, your items HUD, we have the button to sell, but we don't have any code there. All we did was we made sure that it was hidden. We made sure that it was hidden and bind it to hide sell so that it's not visible unless we're in a place where we can sell something. So I may change this drop one to something else as well, like store. Drop is cool, but we don't really need to be dropping stuff like that. But maybe I'll leave it as drop. I don't know yet. We'll see. Anyways, let's go ahead and set up the code for this. So for a rock, if you want to sell the rock, let's come down here on this button, and on clicked, we need something to happen. So right here, this is eat cooked meat. This is all the drop codes right here. So let's put this one over here. So this is going to be called sell rocks. And all you have to do is get to the third person character. So we have a reference here. Get rocks -1 set rocks. Okay. But we need to make sure you can only do this if you have more than one rock. So a branch, and we're going to check rocks first. So get rocks greater than or equal to 1. Then if that's true, then we could sell a rock. So we set rocks to that. Oh, we need to add money. So we'll say we need to figure out how much the rocks are worth, and we need to add the money to the player. All right, so now that we have, as soon as you click the button, it's going to check and see if you have at least one rock. Then if that's true, you're going to be able to sell that rock and you'll be down 1 rock. But we need to add the money. So let's do this. Let's get the data table row. Get data table row right there. And we want the item data table. Oh, shit. Sorry. Item data table. And rocks is the one that we want so that we can break the out row. So break. And the reason why we need this is so we can get the how much it's worth. So we're going to add that. So do plus to the money. So we got to get the money off the player character. So drag off money, get money. We have a function called add money. Let's look at that before we close this out though. But you would just plug in the money here. So add that to money, and then you want to set money. Set money to row found and to this. Now let's look at that add money function real quick. Add money. Okay, cool. So instead of doing all this stuff, all we got to do is delete this back part here. We'll get the add money function. If we double click into it, it shows us it's going to take our money amount and add the new money amount and then set the money amount. So it did exactly what we just deleted. So we don't even need this one right here. All we need to do is plug this into the out row, or the found row found, I'm sorry, and the worth into the money amount. So there we go. Now it's going to add money. That's the benefit about writing functions and stuff ahead of time. The only other thing that we need to do though is we need to make sure that when this rock is taken away from us, that also the weight sets itself accordingly. So we're going to have to basically do a wait function. So grab one of these wait functions that we've done. Like this is the one from the last episode. I'm gonna grab this and all of these, and I'm gonna copy, and I'm gonna come up here and paste it. Now I'll plug my current wait function in, and all I have to do is make sure the rocks right here is set to rocks right here. There we go. And then the rest can be set from your player character. So drag all the blues into the blue. And also we need to get cooked meat because that's another one. All right, bet. Now that we got this, we can just basically copy and paste this as we need this, and just change up the variables because that's all we're going to have to do. So since we wrote this one, let's comment it out and say sell rock. All right. Yeah, because you're going to be able to sell rocks to this guy. You know what I'm saying? The rocks are worth something, I think. I think they're worth something. Either way, this needs a target. So hook this up to your player character. And then from the player character, we need to set the current weight right after this. Set current weight. And then you can also do a weight check. So plug the turquoise in the turquoise. And right here, you can do check weight. So from the third person character, check weight. Check weight. All right, cool. Now, if you compile and save, everything should be working there. And again, all you have to do for this is we'll be able to just copy it and just change up little details about it when we want to sell something else. But let's test it and make sure it even works. We need a rock though first. So let's make sure we got a rock to get. And if you hear all that construction, I'm sorry, they're tearing up my street outside. So let's go to assets, pickups, and let's get a rock, right? Let's drop it right here and save, and let's play the game. Of course. All right. So pick up the rock. My weight is 2 out of 75. I can sell the rock because I'm in this little box. So I'm gonna press I, and go up to my rock, and I'm gonna press sell. Now I have 0 rocks. I'm gonna press I, my weight is 0. But my money didn't go up, yo. So rocks are not worth anything? Let's check that out. If not, let's make rocks worth 1. Rocks. Worth 0. Let's make it worth at least $1. You know what I'm saying? This dude's gonna give you a little deal. He buys rocks. He's crazy. All right, so let's try that one more time. Right here. I'm gonna say I. I need to clean that up. But either way, you can sell it now. Now I press I. My weight 0 and my money is 1. Perfect. Now he can sell items, yo. This shit is getting sick. Let's go. So that's all I really wanted to show you this episode. In the next episode, by the next episode, what we could do is just continue to copy these and just sell all of our items. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is just copy and paste. So when we get to our items here, we'll go to our next one right here, which is scrap wood, which we can copy this and paste it here. So copy the text and paste it on there. But either way, on this button, we'll just come down here and press on clicked. And this is scrap wood. So now you can sell scrap wood. All you have to do is just copy everything up here, except the red one. Don't copy this red one. And then just copy and paste. Now, the reason why we just did that is because it's going to make it way easy to fill this out. The only thing we have to do now is change the different variables. So instead of rocks, this should be scrap wood. Get scrap wood. And plug that in. So as long as it's greater than 1, then what we can do is check and see if the scrap wood is greater than 1 and then minus 1 of the scrap woods. Then we need to set scrap wood. So set scrap wood. I'm just showing you this so when you duplicate yours, however many items you added to your game, you can just know how to add them to your HUD so that you can sell them as well. I mean, it should be self-explanatory at this point, but if it's not, no worries. That's why I'm showing you. True. Bop, bop. Now, instead of rocks this time, we need to get scrap wood. Bow. And then the worth is worth, blah, blah, blah. And rocks is not plugged in there because we don't have rocks. But what we do have is scrap wood. So let's take scrap wood and plug it into its place. Scrap wood. Boom. Okay. Scrap wood does not have to be down there. But now we need the raw meat, cooked meat, and the rocks. I don't know why I didn't plug those in at the top. I must have missed them. Raw meat. Cooked meat. Rocks. Okay, these 3 come over here and get plugged in. Yeesh. I think it's because I have the OBS running. This is running a little choppy. All right, boom. Now that should be set beautifully. Let me go ahead and make sure this top one is also set correctly. It is. I just missed it when I copied it. Then the weight check, boom, boom. Everything is good. Now you're selling scrap wood as well. So I'm going to comment that one and say C, sell scrap wood. And all you got to do is go down your item list and just copy and paste and change the necessary variables. And then you can sell everything. Same with the way that we dropped everything. You can go down your list and drop everything. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that you can also buy items from this shopkeeper. So you'll come in here, and if you have money, you'll be able to buy some weapons, because this guy's only going to be able to sell weapons. And also, we're going to do a bonus where you'll be able to get your hair cut and go bald, or get your mustache cut off maybe. We'll see what kind of tweaks we can do with it. But I want to design the barbershop first. So in the off screen, I'm going to design the barbershop, and then we'll do what I just explained. So hope you learned something in this episode, and I will holler at y'all in the next one. Peace.
Run to the money, on my feet, don't fail. The DA and the judge, wanna do their best to jail.